Alrighty, good morning, afternoon, and evening, whenever you're sitting down to watch this episode of the Caffeinated Dad Gaming live stream. Guys, it's been a hot damn minute. Truth be told, it has been a minute, and I have a lot to talk about, but we're dropping hot right now. For your information and background, I'm working on some, we'll say, legendary equipment, and I need to do the Battle for Tarrier, which goes live at exactly 9 o'clock. It was exactly this time. I hope you guys are doing well. I am doing quite well. I have a lot to catch up and a lot to talk about. So, first things first, it has been, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 months, I should say, since I last streamed, since the beginning of, I want to say, it was, probably, the end of January was the last time that I actually streamed. So, it has been a minute. I gotta lower this down a little bit so you guys can actually see me. Go like that, move this up. There you go. There we go. That's a lot smoother. It has been a minute, and I am glad to be here, and I'm glad to be back. Right now, the whole reason that I took a hiatus on streaming was honestly because, if you guys forgot, my wife and I are expecting our fourth kid. Our fourth kid is on the way, due here within, it's going to be anytime. It's like 2 months now, less than 2 months. So we're very excited, but we're also very just overwhelmed. It's a good thing. Lots of good things coming our way. Tonight, however, I really want to make a very big effort to talk about the upcoming Guild Wars 3. I'm still ecstatic about it. I'm still excited. I'm still just been kind of, oh, holy crap, we are burning. We are burning. I was not paying attention. Well, slow down north, slow down north. I'm still very excited. I'm still just through the roof that Guild Wars 3 is on its way. It has a lot of potential, we'll say, and I'm very, very, very excited to see what they will do. And again, right now, I don't know much more than you do. It's something that it's just kind of like we're just sitting here on the edges, hoping that something amazing is going to happen. I just love that they went ahead and called out all of MMOs. Like, let's be serious. They called all MMOs out and said, hey, you know what? The genre's kind of crap right now. Truth be told. And you know what? No, okay. They probably shouldn't have beaten that one. And honestly, they kind of were right. Like, and I made a whole video talking about it. I don't need to rehash all of that, but tonight I do want to talk about, so what are some of our expectations? Like, what are we expecting from Guild Wars 3? What do we think is going to come out of it? Lots of stuff to talk about. Lots of stuff that, oh man, South hasn't even started. All right, we have a minute and a half. Ugh. Right now I'm ecstatic. I'm stoked. It's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good time, truth be told. So I think if I had to say any one thing, I would definitely want, and we'll say this. Oh, I dodged through there. If I had to say any one thing, damn it, that I would want from Guild Wars 3 is 100%. I would love the build crafting capabilities and team build crafting that was from Guild Wars Reforged. Oh, we got it. We got plenty of time. I would love to see that. I would love to see something of that regard or in that fashion. Oh my goodness, that would be just gorgeous, honestly. That would just be, and now here comes lag central because it can't handle all the people running through. Ugh. I would love to see the build crafting. I would love to see that type of aspect implemented here into Guild Wars 3. And I think you're right, Bar, it's good to see you, buddy. I hadn't seen you in a minute. I think that's absolutely right. I would be very, like, shocked if it were anything other than that focus on a bit of magic or a heavier emphasis on magic, less on tech, right? Like, I mean, now don't get me wrong, like there are some aspects where it's kind of like it makes sense where there would be magic, there would be these kind of like magitech, as you put it, but I don't know. I'm of the mindset that when they actually get out to releasing Guild Wars 3, or at least getting into the beta, I feel like it's going to be a wild kind of magic orientation to the game. Like, it has to be. It has to be. And I'm sorry we were dropping hot because the first 5 minutes, and I say this, the first 5 minutes, Battle Altaria, you got to jump on it when you see it. I'm still working on some of my Maguma masteries. Actually, that just ticked me over for one more. All of the stuff that I needed to get happens, of course, right now as I'm getting started. Yeah, it never fails. I think that no matter what they end up doing, I feel like it is just going to be, it's not going to please everyone, right? I mean, like, we look at the people who played exclusively, like, Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars Reforged, and then Guild Wars 2 came out. How many people made such a big deal about that and were like, I'm never playing it because that isn't just like Guild Wars 1 or Guild Wars Reforged? How many people just wrote off Guild Wars 2? I mean, no matter what they do, there's going to be people who just aren't going to be for it, and that's okay. You know what? Like, and not every game's going to be for everyone, but that's also why I kind of like how they're keeping all the games within the hemisphere, so to speak. Like, they're focusing on making sure that like, if you really liked Guild Wars Reforged, that there's going to be people for Guild Wars Reforged. There's going to be people who are, you know, really into Guild Wars 2 and may not like Guild Wars 3 or Guild Wars Reforged, and that's okay. I like that there's that commitment, you know? I'm excited. Lots of things. One thing I do want to talk about, and I'll talk about a little bit later, is the predictions of what the classes are. That's one thing that I've been really trying to figure it out. I've been really trying to put time in to figure out what I think that would look like going forward. Hey, what's up, DeBone? Good to see you, buddy. Hope you were having a wonderful evening. And as disappointed with the base game, only Guild Wars 3 and Hall of Monuments brought me back. I even purchased part of. Oh wow! But see, and that's also another really good tactic. I think is important to note from that of ArenaNet. Like, I'm not saying that it's even like a malicious tactic, but the Hall of Monuments gives you a reason to go back. It gives you a reason to go and try something else. It gives you a reason to go back and try the game. Even if you don't necessarily like it, it's like you could probably start working on something. And yeah, the base game, you can't judge it on the base game. If you're familiar with Final Fantasy 14, you can't judge 14 based off of a Realm Reborn. It gets a lot better as the expansions go on, and same is true for Guild Wars 2. I can leave work and get on Guild Wars 2. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm guessing you're out somewhere out west. Way too late, Sam. What's up, buddy? It's been a minute. Hope you were doing well. Hope things are going good for you, my friend. Yeah, no, I got a shitload of loot. We got just in the Guild Wars universe, man. Like right now, we're just eating. We're eating so damn good, as my kid would say. My daughter is only 9 years old, and she has gotten into like, oh my goodness, she's like, she ate that, which I had to look up what that meant. I was like, what is she eating? Like, she hungry? I don't know. I'm not for it. Ascended gear and just stop. And you know what? Like, that's also kind of why I like this game. Is like legitimately the Calf Dad thing isn't like a joke. Like, being able to pick it up and put it down every, you know, like whenever I can or whenever I want is a really wonderful thing. That aren't into Guild Wars 3 because they're hardcore Sylvari players, so no flower power. Yeah, I've seen a lot of recourse about what's it, Sylvari and Char, and like why they're not even into it, like why they wouldn't even be interested. And I know that it's like regardless they weren't going to be able to do anything, but again, you have to look at kind of like the time of like what this game is set up for. So, you know, before the time of Sylvari, before the Char were considered like allies. I mean, come on now. I don't know. Again, my point being is that nobody's ever always going to be happy. There's always going to be people who are just unhappy for unhappy's sake. I'm going to need a crap load of amalgamated stuff. Tons of loot. This is one thing that I guarantee, and I talked about it. I talked a lot about it in my video. Is this is going to be a problem if it continues this way? Is loot, the amount of loot that we get? Holy crap! I'm working on legendary items for build crafting, and because I'm bored, yo. And it's kind of like, I even thought about it. I was like, well, to me, I was like, half that if we're going to be, you know, playing Guild Wars 2 or Guild Wars 3 when it comes out, like, why work on a legendary now? And it's like, of course I can always have that mentality and be like, yeah, sure, there's probably decent justification of why I shouldn't do it. But then I'm also like, I guarantee you there's going to be something for the Hall of Monuments for legendary weapons. Like, you earned X amount of legendary weapons, or if you earned a specific legendary weapon in game for Guild Wars 2, you get like a skin in Guild Wars 3, you know, like something like that I could imagine. But then it's like, I don't know, like there's still stuff that I can do in this game, and I know that it's going to, there's still going to be effort. There's still going to be reasons for me to try it and to play it. Absolutely. And Reforged starts the same week as Reforged Mobile release. Can't wait to play Reforged at work. That is one thing that I've been actually very interested in playing. Like, I'm not a mobile gamer by any means. Like, by any means am I a mobile gamer. And I'm legitimately interested to see how well Guild Wars Mobile works, you know? Like, I don't know. It could work incredibly well, and you know, like that would be 100% awesome. But I'm also like, I'm a little skeptical. I still got start advancing the blading towers. I want to see the future. Next period. Okay. Because I think here at 9:30 we're gonna go and try to knock out some Dragon Stand. I still got to get through the rest of the gliding mastery. Working on things. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Schwink. I'm not that into coding because it reminds me of Winnie the Pooh. And I feel like the Sylvari, it was harder for people to it's not that the Sylvari aren't really cool to play. Like, truth be told, like, I have a Sylvari thief, and it's just, I love his little British accent, truth be told. But I guess my thing is, like, it's harder for them to write them into the story because the Sylvari are very unique to Guild Wars 2 specifically. So anything past or previously, it's ain't gonna work. It's just, that's just not how how the game is gonna fit. And I would be okay if there were different races, right? Like if we're playing Guild Wars 3 and they have, I don't know, like the Coden, which it like kind of looks like they'll do, or they'll have you know, Furry Azura, you know, something like that. Like, I don't think I would be against that, but it has to be, to me, it has to be different. And again, this goes back to, people are just not going to be happy regardless of what you do. Like, truth be told, and I think ArenaNet's right, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they're 100% right when they, oh, that's not what I wanted. Drop down. No matter what you do, someone's going to be upset. You can't please everyone. I got 13 more. Guild Wars 1 on the iPad. Yeah. So it's worth playing Guild Wars 2 into Guild Wars 3. Oh, 100%. And see, and that's, and again, that's why I really wanted to get this hammer, is because one, anything Gen 2 is typically, like, especially the Gen 2 weapons are typically a little bit more unique in my opinion, just because they're kind of harder to get. You can't necessarily just buy them off the trading post. Again, they don't really do much of anything more than what what a standard ascended hammer would do, but it's still kind of cool, you know? Unique to Mordremoth because you create them. Yeah. And see, and the thing is like, I wondered if they could do something like, I don't know, because I don't know if there's any one right way to do it, but like, I almost thought, hey, why not have them be some kind of, we'll say, like, it's not necessarily Sylvari, but it's like a woodland fey creature type thing, you know? Like, that I could be, you know, I could see, like, because then that would somewhat fit the Sylvari vibe. is at least 2 years out. At least. Like, the fact that they said it so early and then they're like, oh yeah, the beta is in 2027. The end of 2027. It's like, good God. There's a lot of people who were upset about that. Is a prequel. It feels like it invalidates Guild Wars 1. We know everything that happened to led to Guild Wars 1. Madden is still going to happen. If it was a different world, for sure. I mean, now that's, you know what's funny, TGC? I don't even think that that's a hot take. Like, you ain't wrong. Like, I'm not going to say here, it's like, it kind of makes it difficult, especially for, like, the human pantheon and... Okay, just give me the stuff. I hate these guys. I ain't even dealing with you. I don't even acknowledge your presence. You're not wrong. Because regardless of how they do it, they have to walk a very fine line for Guild Wars Reforged. And part of me thinks that you're going to... here's an even hotter take. Is, yeah, they featured Coden and Azura, and they had all these other characters. I could see it being centered solely around the human pantheon of gods. Like, I could see the whole game of Guild Wars 3, the main story, being focused around just that. And the reason being is simple, is just because, like, we're in the land of Or, the land basically of these gods. It would be kind of interesting if they did anything else and take it, after Doom lost to Grenth. Yeah, but again, we still have the human gods. Like, that's going to be it. It's going to be oriented so heavily around the human gods in Or that I don't know necessarily if they would really be able to diverge too far from the path. And even hotter take, I could see them even restricting the races, kind of like how they did for Guild Wars Reforged, is where it's just human. You play as human. The same thing with the Elder Scroll universe. What? Where they kind of like limited the amount of like races you could play? I thought you could play. I've only touched ESO limitedly. So I don't know necessarily if I'd be the best speakerhead on that. One thing, and I have to give credit. This wasn't my idea. This was Red Ichi over on, I think on Twitter. And it was like sometime over last weekend. He even said, what happens if we're looking at this wrong and we're like, oh, well, like, like they'll have all these races, like the Ranger, they'll have the Warrior, and they'll have all this. And it goes, Red Ichi said, what happens if we have a class, each one of the classes, there's only 6 of them, and they are representations of the gods, right? Which, I mean, if you kind of think about it, it kind of does make sense. Like, okay, so like, what's it? Doom or Grenth would be considered Necromancer, right? Then we would have Warrior, Balthazar, and then we have what's it? Melandru, which would be Ranger. Yeah, have to be Ranger. Mesmer, we could kind of, I would say Lissa. Monk would be Dwayna. What's the? I'm missing 1 or 2. I'm missing the Elementalist. I don't know the human gods as well as I thought I did. No, they went back in time. Oh, okay. Yeah, but I think this is the right way to do it if they were planning on going back in time. Were there races in Guild Wars 1 that aren't in Guild Wars 2? I mean, yes and no. Like, I mean, they still have centaurs and, like that. Most of the creatures and critters that are here, aside from what was basically the Eye of the North, nothing from that necessarily changed massively, we'll say. Oh, where's that? It's up there. I like more story stuff, but man, Shorelia, good to see you. Man, it feels like something to get new people into, but it might hurt the current player base. I hope I'm wrong, but the portrayal will still have to happen. See, and yes and no. I ain't fighting. Maybe I can. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just wrong in the way that I'm like kind of viewing how it's being projected. And it isn't necessarily to be like, oh, this, the game is going to be you know, terrible because it's going to piss someone off. Yeah, but I feel like the same thing happened when they went from Guild Wars Reforged to Guild Wars 2, you know? Like there was, yeah, like there's still people who just won't even bother touching what's it, Guild Wars 2. And again, that's kind of the thing. It may not be for Guild Wars 2 players. Guild Wars 3 may not be actually for Guild Wars 2 players, and that's okay. Like, to a degree, oh, obstructed. That to a degree, I don't necessarily think that that's like a bad thing, because there's going to be some people who are just not going to be happy with all the time and effort that are lost. But then again, it's like, it's something new and they're trying something new, and they've already talked about how they are going to try to make this into the MMOs moving forward, you know? Revolving itemization. I would really like to see Guild Wars 1 loot style, for example. Every boss having its own piece of armor, unique die, and associate. Like, actually, there's a lot of things from Guild Wars Reforged. I kind of hope that they continue on into... Whoa, dying. There's a lot of things from Guild Wars Reforged where I'm like, you know, I really wish that they continue. I really hope that they keep going with that. Because, you know, it's like, it's not to say that necessarily there's anything wrong with, you know, like the way that Guild Wars 2 is run and what their overall arcing plan was. But I'm also kind of the mindset that it's like they have to try something new. Because truth be told, and this isn't just me being rude, but Guild Wars 2 has kind of gotten into the mindset of like a little bit of stagnation, if I'm to be honest. Oh, I hate these ones. That little robot's dead. Absolutely roasted. I'm trying to help. I don't know what he's doing in there. 3 very different games. Well, and that's the thing, though, is that, like, you got to kind of view it that it's going to be a different game. And that's okay. Like, people just be happy. All 3 games are going to be supported, too. So, it's like, even if you don't like the new game, it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. Oh no, my robot's dead. I was hoping he was more durable. Now, didn't dodge. Yeah, don't die, Captain. There's a lot of stagnation. Yeah, well, and that's the thing, though, is that, like, don't get me wrong, Visions of Eternity has been a breath of fresh air, like, narratively speaking. Like, I actually really like the story. I'm interested in the story as compared to Janthier Wilds and, what's it, Secrets of the Obscure. It was harder for me to actually be a part of it, you know? Will be different. I think they have the perfect niche of people to join PvP. PvP is something that draws in new players. Oh, absolutely. Like, and truth be told, like, I like the PvP in Guild Wars 2. Am I necessarily good at it? Yeah, I'm all right. Not like pro level, but like I know how to play the Elementalists a little bit. And I think that's kind of where there is that room for growth is if they have an easily understood PvP or an easier casted PvP, I think there would be a lot of people who may be interested in it. Like, truth be told, like, if they had something that could be casted and kind of like turned into somewhat of an esport, I could see a lot of people being very interested into what Guild Wars 3 could offer. Absolutely, 100%. Unique spread of loot. Dude, I swear to God, if you don't stop running from me. Well, you're standing in fire. I can't save you. I'll get you. Are they still over there? They're just beating the hell out of that dead robot. That was a weak one here. Do an actual... Oh my goodness! Damn little chacks. Burn in hell, you little cockroaches. What's one thing you don't want to see in Guild Wars 3? Frickin' Chack, dude. Storytelling in Guild Wars 1 is superior. Oh, 100%. I mean, like, I don't believe that there's any arguing in there. I mean, Guild Wars 2 does have some good stories. Like, I would give some notation to that of, what's it? Living World Season 4. 100%. I loved that story. I loved the, the whole chase of Kralkatorrik, and like it felt so grand, which is kind of what I would expect. I would hope from a game where we're fighting massive dragons, you know. Dragon Age Vilgard. Yo, dogs at bar. Oh man, at first I had to be like, all right, it's a modern interpretation. Like it kind of makes sense that what they're trying to do. But I'm also kind of like, I don't know necessarily how well that's going to be like received. Like we'll see. Like I'm going to be positive or hopeful that it isn't, because like truth be told, I like the... Whoa, that was a lot of damage very quickly. I like the focus of like the artwork for Guild Wars 1 and 2. Like without a doubt, like it is some of the more beautiful aspects is the what appears to be hand painted. Yo, dog, me too. Stop whining. One shot. Oh, shit. I like risky, competitive, PvP, loot, fear, small group. See, and that's the thing, though, is that I was kind of hoping that regardless of what they do... Oh, he juked the shit out of me. Regardless of what they do, I really, really am hopeful that they do something that brings back the PvP shit to Guild Wars. Like, and like the actual Guild Wars. Like, the whole aspect of the game... to me is like, why aren't we focusing more so heavily on the PvP aspect between guilds, like competition, kind of like what we saw with the Kurziks and the Lux, previous, I should say, of the war between the Kurziks and the Luxons in Guild Wars factions. Like, I love that aspect, which eventually kind of turned into world versus world. But it's like, I feel like we need to have more of the guild versus guild action. That's heavy AoE. Everything dies. I don't know. I'm just saying. I played a long time ago as a kid, and I'm 30 back into it. Dude, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I would be... I want to see Guild Wars 2 and ArenaNet find a way to get younger kids into the game. Actually get them interested, like 20-somethings, you know? I want like 500 or 500. Yeah, destroy. Yeah, that. Yeah, fuck your FPS. That's it. That's what I want. 500 versus 500. Yeah, I don't want to see shit. I'm already looking at it. It's like, I need better computer specs or something. Hey, Sven, what's going on, buddy? Ow, I stood in that. I was looking at chat. is very, very important to. And see, and that's the thing though, like, I'm like, even on this channel, I went ahead and made a whole damn series to go back and earn my fiery dragon sword, because it was just like, I thought that it was such a cool thing, but it's like the Hall of Monuments to me is such a unique way, or unique callback, I should say, to force you to go back and to try older content that you may have not done, or a different game. Like, there's a reason to do so. All these bitches are coming, aren't they? Hey, yo, get off my girl! Is there another one coming? Yep, you're probably gonna die. Just sitting down state. You've been there before. This one's supercharged. He's older than a lot of actual players. It's a great mechanic. Like, and I think that's why it's still a good reason, even like today, like for you to go and play Guild Wars 2 now. Like, I mean, like my whole video point that I made earlier, I think like really was focused on, it's just like, you can't really mess with how good it is right this second to sit down and actually play Guild Wars and understand the universe and kind of get like an idea, because something tells me that you're not going to lose all of your focus and effort like some people might consider. Like, some people are probably like, oh, you know, what's the point of starting Guild Wars if now, or because Guild Wars 3 is on the horizon? And it's like, yeah, it's still going to probably be there, and there's still probably going to be a good reason for you to go and play the game. But come on now, like Guild Wars 2 has a lot, there's a shitload of things for you to do right now. And you're gonna get me killed, aren't you? Couldn't even be like a veteran. Like, why? You're just you're gonna drive me straight into this. Is that a champion? Are you a champion? I ain't messing with you. Yes, you're a champion. Boom. Hey, come back here. I stood right there and ate it. Ah! Wait. Come on. Last hit. Let's go. I can do this. Oh, and you're gonna run deeper. I don't know if I want to chase you. Warriors for, and honestly, I'm loving it more than my Elementalist right now. Spellbreaker really isn't all that bad. I need to get to what's it? Dragon Stand. Because I think that's starting, if I'm not mistaken. Dragon Bach is on. You know what's funny is, like, Warrior and Revenant, I think, are the classes that I play the least. Like, Warrior and Revenant, like, I've played, I don't think anyone's doing Dragon Stand. They are not going to worry about that until 9:30 tonight. Back to the Tangled Depths I go. And I've seen warriors and I've fought warriors and spellbreakers for like the longest time, and the fact that I just get absolutely bitch slapped by them is still very frustrating to me. Like incredibly frustrating to me. They heal so much and then they drag you, and then it's just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm bitching. I'm playing an elementalist and I have literally every answer to those questions at my disposal. I'm not old, this game is. Yep. My friend's stepdad played it, and then we all played it, and then he passed, but we could still log into his character and make him follow us. See, like, that's a little sad. I mean, it's sad, but it's like sad in the good way, I guess. Like, I don't know. I really do think, can I not go to Leyline? Yeah, didn't think I couldn't. But like the longer that I've actually sat and played that of Guild Wars 2, the more like hopeful that I get to see what Guild Wars 3 will be. And like, I know we've only had it for a week, and we've only had this kind of like excitement for a week, I should say. But I don't know, like it feels like this is a breath of fresh air to all franchise. I don't know about you guys, but like my channel has gotten so okay, now everyone's doing it. My channel has gotten so like just blew up with all sorts of people trying the game for the first time now. And they're trying it, and they're like, wow, this game's a lot of fun. There's something always to do, like, you know, like that kind of stuff is hard to replicate. And I get that it's kind of like only a temporary kind of thing, because it's necessarily like it's literally the launch of the sequel, and it's like, oh well, let me play Guild Wars 2, let me give it a shot. But I actually feel like people are genuinely enjoying it a lot more than they have been previously. Maybe that's just me, but it is a great time to be in the Guild Wars franchise. Make some more beginner tutorials for sure. See, and yeah, like, and I get that, but it's like I already have so many, and there's only I feel like there's only so many more that I can do, you know? Like, yeah, I could do some revamps of ones that I've done already. Like, that is 100% something that I can do. It's kind of what I was doing with the simplest new player guides. But it's also kind of like, I don't know, like maybe it's a good time for me to try some new things on the channel, and instead of being just the guide person, maybe just being Calf Dad. That's something that I've talked about. Like the reviews, I don't know if you guys have seen any of the reviews that I've done, the Working Dad reviews. I actually really enjoy them, and I really like talking about them from my perspective. Also, by the way, the reason I'm trying to collect all these is because I need like 100 or 500 leyline sparks. I don't even know how many I have. And they drop like never. As I say, oh hey, I found a chat cake. As I say that I have 39 in my bags. They're like kind of rarer, and I need like 500 to purchase what I need to purchase, which is fine. Like it's not terrible to go ahead and get to them, but it's you got to do stuff. You got to farm a lot of tangled depths. All right, so I'll ask this question, and I kind of want to know. I kind of want to know what you guys think. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. I want. That's live chat. Let me. You gonna let me? Are you gonna let me talk? Are you gonna let me talk? Here we are. All right. For Guild Wars 3, would you prefer a massive open world or instanced zones? This is a question that I think is very important because it changes how the game, I think, would be perceived. Because if it's an instance zones, it's more of Guild Wars 2. If it's all one massive world, then that is very akin to Guild Wars, or to World of Warcraft, in my opinion. I like, and I'm not saying both or any of them, any one is impossible, but it ends up becoming a lot harder, I'd imagine, for the servers and everything to stay open. Personally, I'm a fan of the giant sprawling open world, just because it's like going from zone to zone, it feels more interconnected. Like, that was one thing I've always loved. I always loved about that of World of Warcraft, was that when you were out there and then just exploring, if you go to a zone, you check this place out, you check that place out, it's like all continuous. It's all working together, you know? Is live? Oh, it's live chat, that's why. Why can't I see it? I'm only getting like half the messages. Oh, they're a little bit delayed. There we are. Or possibly a sprawling underground cavern and cave system. Yeah. Like, and that's kind of where I'm at, is like, if it was a massive open world, like an interconnected massive world, I feel like that's a lot easier for players to digest because it feels like it's all one zone. Now, again, I'm thinking it's just going to be ore. It's all of ore and only ore, right? But like, but that's also the other aspect of it. Is like, how would we operate with world versus world, right? Because I can't imagine that they would get rid of world versus world. Truth be told, I think that would be a horrible move if they ever actually did, and there would be so many people who would leave. There's some movement elements from Warframe, maybe. Yeah, no, Sven, I could see that. All day, every day. Guild Wars 2 really set my expectations high for how you do MMO open world experience. Well, and see, and that's the thing, though. Dark Knight, you're right, 100%. Because if you're doing this kind of open world and you're doing this, we'll say, like, interconnected place, it makes it feel a lot more alive. And then if they add in the Guild Wars 2 pop-up meta events, or just pop-up events in general, like, it could be really good, man. Yes. You were 100% right, GBW. Is it Jibu? I'm gonna say Jibu. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. The thing about it is that if it is a one of the things that Guild Wars 2 does really well is their mega servers. Their mega servers are really, really nice, because what they do is essentially it makes it as big or as small depending on where they're at. Like, wherever you're at, it's going to make that zone feel alive. Even if there's only 100 players on across all the different servers, it'll shrink it down to one server, so it actually feels like there's, you know, tons of players on at 2 in the morning, you know? All right, hell yeah, let's go. And that's one of the benefits of the mega servers. Like, truth be told, is like they do a very good job of making it feel like no matter where you're at, there's like stuff to do. And it's, I mean, like, even now, like, there's probably 15-20 players here right now, like, and that's what's cool, is that like the server actually shrinks or expands depending on how many players are there. And that right there is going to be one of the bigger benefits of this game, of the Guild Wars franchise, I should say, is if they manage to do that right. I want to see how she jumps in. Oh, okay, she just clips. she down even further? Where the hell did this chick go? Oh, okay. Being able to pop a mentor tag and getting help on maps. I mean, they, like, again, Guild Wars 2 in my mind has always been and has continuously has been like one of the kings of just open world content. Like, I mean, yeah, to some degree, like, it would be nice if there were more, we'll say, like heavily structured. I was helping out from the first moment. It would be nice if there were, like, you know, more heavily structured, we'll say, instance content and stuff like that. But all in all, they do a really good job with a lot of different aspects of this game. Okay, I don't even know if I tagged that. Bomb the whole arena. Screen off, head home. Yeah, do your thing, do your thing. Drive safe. Drive safe, walk safe. Do what you got to. I don't know. I think that, like, some of the expectations that I've seen, especially around that of Guild Wars, and what people have even talked about for Guild Wars 3, I'm kind of the mindset, it's like, as long as they stay true to what ArenaNet has done everything that they can to earn our trust. Like, I don't distrust them as... How big is the spider? Okay. Brief intermission. There is a spider on the ceiling and my wife does not like it. So, 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So, as I said at the beginning of the stream, my wife is seven months pregnant with our 4th kid. And she's like, I know that you're streaming and I love you and I really want to support you, but I can't sleep as long as that spider is on the ceiling. And like her exact words, she's like, I'm not going to be able to sleep if I keep seeing that thing. So, I mean, you got to do your due diligence. Let's call it what it is. Where the hell are these tags? One's this way. Are you over here? Maybe. Oh man. All right, so we talked about a handful of stuff that I still believe that, like, you know, the classes, I could see them being off of the human gods. I do think Redichi might be onto something there. What's it? I would love to see some, we'll say, some of the open world being all interconnected. What do you guys think? And I'll wait. Like, I kind of want to see what your guys' thoughts are. Like, what do you guys think if there is, or how do you think the in-game gem store is going to look like? Do you think it's going to be exactly like Guild Wars 2, where they have nothing but, like, cosmetics out every week? Like, or do you think that it's going to be, like, you know, a little bit better, or they're not going to overload you with inventory? Like, truth be told, I could see them doing that again and then selling the convenience back to you, which I don't know necessarily if that's the best, we'll say, like, if that's going to be the best way about it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they will... Do I even get any of... Oh, I got some. Do you guys think that they will keep that going? How do you guys think they will handle the in-game gem store, because you know one's coming. Like if you've been around Guild Wars long enough, you know that there's something in the background that they're going to be working on. I gotta figure out how the hell to get down. Okay, I gotta go down here, don't I? Golem Mark II. I gotta go down this way. I'm hoping better, but I do hope that they have a Wizard's Vault in Guild Wars 3. I think that they did a very good job moving the Wizard's Vault from their previous daily system, because it was harder for newer players to understand like really what's going on every time that they log in, and understanding their what they needed to do. Like I do feel like that was something like legitimately was a problem. Now, I could be wrong on that, and like maybe it was just like I have a bad take on it, but I actually don't mind the Wizard's Vault because it kind of lets you choose what you want to do, right? It lets you choose like how you wish to do your dailies, which again, for MMOs, they need to give you a reason to be able to log in each day. So it's like, I understand it. I understand what their process is and like what their what their thoughts are. But I'm also kind of the mindset, it's like, you know, I'm not necessarily keen on just always doing my dailies every day. Like I certainly don't do them now, even though the Wizard Vault has made it like objectively easier. Experience with the gem store, expectations of what they can and can't get away with. As long as the options are fun and the rewards in the open world, I don't mind if it's similar to Guild Wars 2. No, and I think you do have a lot of merit there as far as that statement. It's like, I know that they're going to do something that is similar to that of Guild Wars 2, kind of like where we're at right now. Like I have no doubt in my mind that it'll be of Guild Wars 2 standard. Where is this last damn chalk? But as long as they keep, honestly, I think the fairest way to do it would be as long as they keep the option for you to earn it with in-game currency and being able to buy the gems with gold, I think that is about as fair can be, truth be told. Like, if you take that away, then I think we start to have a problem, because then it's like, all right, I don't, there's some people who really just want to grind it out and then they'll be able to get what they want. But then if you take that option away, I guarantee you people are going to be upset. I mean, hell, I would. All right. I don't even really think that there's what meta's going on right now. Where are we? Oh, we're Knight in the Enemy. Hope I haven't missed too much of it. And away we go. Loot boxes. Oh, you guys are staring at my face. Face stream. Hey, Super Tire. Good to see you, buddy. Nope, we are doing some legendary grinding. I mean, the grinding itself is not necessarily legendary. We're grinding for legendaries, but we're talking about like how Guild Wars 3 might monetize itself. To console 350, which is far less than what it would cost for my upgraded PC to be able to play it. And see, Oh, damn. As soon as I leave. I think as one thing that I'm kind of surprised that they, maybe it's that they don't have the confirmation, is like, I'm surprised that they haven't said anything for that of doing, what's it, Xbox. Like, I understand that it, you know, Microsoft may not always be the easiest to deal with, but like, I kind of feel like that's something that I would have wanted to secure first. Because I feel like Microsoft is objectively, and I could be wrong, this is just like eyeballing it kind of thing. But like, I would think objectively, Microsoft is bigger than Sony in that regard of gaming. Now, Sony does have a lot of games and they have a whole media empire and all that stuff. I understand that. But I'm also of the mindset that I'm like, I feel like they are the bigger, not necessarily through skill, but through brute force, the bigger gaming company, you know? Oh, I'm working on, Sven, I'm working on Sharir, so I need to get, I need to finish maxing out all of my Heart of Thorns masteries. But then I also need to get like 500, I think it's 500 leyline shards or leyline orbs. And then honestly, I should be pretty good after that. Like, I actually already have quite a bit of the stuff that I need anyway. Could do huge numbers on Game Pass. You ain't lying. Come on, you bitches. Jerry R, thank you for grabbing a cup. I appreciate you, buddy. How well open world MMOs would do on most regular PCs. Yeah, and that's something that I feel like is going to have to be answered, because also, I don't know if you guys have checked GPU prices, but they're absolutely abysmal. And I don't think they have, we'll say, any indication of them being cheaper. So depending on the kind of graphics requirements, the graphical requirements of Guild Wars 3, I'm kind of like, like, I might even need to, oh man, I canceled my casting of that. Get out here and save me, you giant. Bam, bam, bam. It could be very tough on a lot of PCs. And I don't know, like, what's the streaming, like, you can play whatever game you want, but you don't really own it. You pay for the streaming service, and then you can, like, just play it on your own. I can't, it has a name. And I don't know, I always had, like, mixed feelings on that. Like, I didn't know necessarily if that was, okay. Oh, he's behind me. I was locked, that's why. I always felt like it was a little sketch doing those kind of things. I had a buddy of mine who was like so into that. It was like, this is the coolest thing ever. You gotta do this. And I don't know, like, and he always had like a Game Pass of games that I never really even cared for, so I don't know. I was certainly not the targeted audience. I want to change that, thank you. Guild Wars 3 were on a Game Pass, I feel like there would be, I don't know, like double, triple numbers. I mean, like, even after announcing Guild Wars 3, they, what's it, they like, I think they said they had a 40% increase across the board to new players, which 40%? Ooh. Ooh. PS5s use AMD parts, yeah. Truth be told, I kind of hope everything's geared towards NVIDIA, like NVIDIA and all that. Mainly because that's the one that I have. That would be great. But, I mean, if it's optimized for, if they're focusing on Sony already, then I'm kind of like, I could see your point, Sven, absolutely. Come on. Can't cast shit. Get buck. Oh yeah, how's that going? What's it? The Dancing Mad. That's the ultimate, right? The new ultimate that came out. How's that going? Super tired. Why can't? Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. Useful for finding games when you're bored, even when you're of your library, even though 95% not of interest. Yeah, I mean, like, I think no matter, like, that's the difficulty I find of just gaming in general, is like, I'm not saying that you always have to stick with, you know, like one particular game. And it's great when you find a game that you really enjoy and the game that you really like to spend time with, but then it's also kind of like, after a while, like, you're gonna, oh, I missed that completely. After a while, you're probably gonna grow bored of it, and I don't know, it's nice to have that option. Like, truth be told, like, even on, like, my off times, I like RTSs. One of my, like, I don't even want to say dirty habits, but, like, one of my, like side habits is I don't even play really much anymore, but I watch the hell out of some StarCraft 2. StarCraft 2 is fun. Like, I love watching it. I am nowhere near as good as any of these guys, truth be told, but I love watching it. Like, it's great. It's a lot of fun. Bam. Upgraded my old potato. It's funny to say, it's like my, even my computer, like, isn't really all that old. Like, my computer really isn't all that old. I think it's like 3 years old or something like that. But in computer world, that's old as shit. In computer world, that one needs to make sure he wakes up and takes his ibuprofen, or he's going to be sore in the afternoon. That one takes a nap at like 2 in the afternoon every day. Okay, drop the box. Computer age, it's like, what? It's like, I think it was, like, my brother-in-law told me at one point it was like 10 years for every year. That's the age. And I'm like, that is wild to think that it is that, like, aggressive. I can't even imagine, like, I don't know. I don't know if I really want to be shelling out that much money just to stay current. Really? He was playing StarCraft. You highly lag TV. Typically I watch, the one that I usually watch, let me say, is Winter StarCraft. I watch Winter StarCraft because I like how he casts the games. Yeah, I like how he does it. I also I've watched a bit of, God, what's his name? I think it's Thermal. Thermal, I think is what it is. Used to play this on the shittiest laptop. What, Guild Wars 2 or StarCraft 2? Which one? Better get this to a rally point on the double. I like that he dresses up. Winter StarCraft, and it's like his casting capability is just like, you could tell it's like perfected. And it's like, it's not in your face, it's not in like, you know, super duper aggressive, but it's still like it's still really, really good and engaging. And it's kind of like, if I ever got into casting, I would do that. Like, that's kind of how I would want to act. What's it? That's something that I kind of work on the side, actually. I do technically have a third channel. If you guys were on third or fourth, I don't know how you want to word it. I have a clip channel too. But my third channel is oriented solely around that of Age of Mythology. You guys ever play Age of Mythology? You ever heard of Age of Mythology? Old RTS game, and then they came out with a revamped version of it 2 years ago, something like that. I think it was about 2. And I have played the hell out of that game. That was a game that I played as a kid, and I just absolutely love it. And I've been making videos on it this year, and I have it's kind of like a dirty secret. Like, it's not necessarily like it's bad content or anything like that. It's just, it's simple, and I enjoy making it, you know? Whoop, bam. Can't just keep all these damn places, can we? Now, all right, you guys have heard of it. All right. Making me feel old. Another good one is Age of Empires 2. Like that one's like huge. That one's a lot bigger. I haven't played a whole lot of it, I should say. Like, that isn't one that I have as much experience in. But it's interesting watching. You know, like, I watch RTS games even though I'm not very good at them. Like, it's just fun to me. Whoa, bam. Oh, I did have a good dad joke, and I wanted to share it with you guys. A guy walks into a costume party with a girl on his back, and the guy goes, "What are you supposed to be?" The guy at the door, he goes, "What are you supposed to be?" He goes, "Oh, I'm a turtle." And he was like, "And who is she?" He goes, "Oh, that's Michelle." So stupid. I heard that joke and I was like, I should write that down. That was a good one. That was a very, very good one. I do have dad jokes. I still have them. Here comes the big deeps. Oh, skadoosh. I was gonna say, Super and I think Sam earlier, like I had to have, I think, like 5 or 6 or 7 different dad jokes at the ready each night. Like I had to be prepared because the 14 community was like absolutely waiting. Don't subscribe. That actually isn't the worst option. You probably should get out. Oh boy. All right, where's my helicopter? Where's my chopper? I hear it. There it is. Take me up to the canopy. I'd say 4 out of 10. We need to get to... We need to go this way. Wyvern matriarch. She better not be dead already. She's already at 30%. What the shit? I like how it hasn't loaded in. They don't load in all the particle effects. They're just like, there's people here. And then, where is it? It's like off all over here. Miniatures have been hidden. Yes. Sam, you know. Let's see. We got like 20 minutes. Wyvern Patriarch. Usually we get a decent amount of people, but maybe I should follow the crowd on this one. See if we can't get some people to do it. Say Patriarch, question mark. I saw a lot of people for Guild Wars 3 immediately kind of like, I don't want to say write it off, or perhaps that's not the right way to say it. But like immediately be like, well, that's it. That's the end of, you know, all my Guild Wars games. There's one warrior over there, and he's just doing the Lord's work. Ow. Sorry, you guys are watching my face. Oh, come on. I saw some people who were very upset. Okay, yeah, we're doing this now. Who were very upset actually with the announcement because they were like, oh, well, you know, like I only just like, and I got comments of people who were like, oh, well, I just got into it. Like, why would I want to spend any more time and to do all that without knowing actually what the Hall of Monuments were going to be? And it's like, to a point, I could say, yeah, like we don't know necessarily what the Hall of Monuments will look like. But it's also kind of like, I don't think ArenaNet would do us kind of wrong in that regard. Like, I don't really think that they would drop us in the sense of like, come on, give me a boost. Like, oh, well, you know, for the Hall of Monuments, it's just only going to be, you know, those who earn this specific achievement or that specific achievement. I think that they're going to find a good way to carry over what you've earned from Guild Wars 2. And even if you were to play it now, I still think that there's always a good justification, I should say. Oh, you bitch, don't do it. I was out of there. Time to hit him with the double. Oh, and he takes off. Like, what am I going to keep working on? And that's the most problem. That right there is probably the biggest problem most people have, is what should I actually be working on? And I mean, there's no real way of knowing right now. I wonder if there might be a way to, I don't want to even say convince them, but like be like, hey, can you give us a heads up of like, point us in the right direction? Like, you know, should we be working on titles? Should we be working on, you know, what's it, legendaries? Give me something. There's also the idea of playing it to have fun. You know what's funny is that there's more people, I feel like, you better not do nothing. I feel like there's more people who look at video games nowadays as like transactional. Like, I have to be doing something at all times, at maximum time, to be, for this game to be worth it. Like, I don't know. And maybe that's an affect of our society. If I'm to be 100% honest, that very well could be part that problem, where we're constantly like looking for video games to be almost like work. Like we look for the work in video games. Like, okay, well, I need to be doing this. I need to be doing that. And I feel like a lot of people end up missing the aspect of playing video games, which is, yo, dog, just fucking chill. I don't know. Like maybe I'm starting to get that old head mentality of like slowing down, but it's true. Like you gotta slow down every now and then. Like you gotta find time to play video games. I mean, like even myself as a content creator for video games, like I have to find time for me to just play video games with no intention of making videos on. I just want to play the video games just to play video games. Like I have to kind of remind myself that it's like, it's not that it's not that serious, but it's like, you gotta chill every now and then. It's good for your sanity. Shit. They believe it's an investment to the game. Yes. Yes. And it's like, they believe that that investment is like, they believe that that investment is like necessary for them to have like joy. It's like, you have to, okay, no, we're not playing this. You have to do X amount of work, and I'll feel happy when I've unlocked everything. I'll feel happy when I'm doing this and that and the other. And it's like, whoa, don't kill me, bro. And you can't, I don't think you can view video games like that, you know? Like, I mean, yes, there are some where it's like, you got to work at it. You got to really put in forth the time and effort, which is 100% true. Like, I'm not doubting that. It's just, take your time. Shit, like life is way too damn short for you to be looking at everything like a business deal. Play what you want, play what makes you happy. Oh, I've already learned this recipe. I sell it. It's worth exactly 1 silver. That's shitty. Amalgamated gemstone. I will say I've played every big fantasy MMO. Guild Wars 2 knows how to reward exploration. They do. They do, and I feel like eventually I feel like they could do probably even better. And I mean that in the sense not to like, I'm not like putting anything down on it, but it becomes a little bit more predictable with some, at least with some of the more recent stuff. It ends up becoming a little bit more predictable, and I'm kind of curious to see how they do Guild Wars 3 with their exploration, because if they do their exploration right with Guild Wars 3, like I think they have something really special. Like you have to dig in and find the secrets. You're rewarded heavily for going out into the wild and just finding something. Oh, hey, cool, I didn't even know this. I was out doing this map meta, or I was out doing this map, and then all of a sudden I was, you know, like I found this cave and I explored this cave, and then at the end of the cave there's this huge shrine and there's a puzzle, and it's like I did this puzzle and I got this cool, you know, axe, we'll say, you know, something like that. No MMO's done it right, but Guild Wars 2. I give them that. Chilling game right now is World v World. Truth be told, actually, and I mean, if you've watched the channel, you've probably have seen it in some regard. My chill game right now is Path of Exile 2. I've really enjoyed Path of Exile 2 as of late. And it's mainly just because it's like, once I figured out kind of the basics of the game, everything else becomes so much easier. So much easier. On an exclusive gear, just happened to find a very rare chest. That type of thing, I am so for. So I played, before I really got into Guild Wars 2, heavily got into Guild Wars 2. I really was into World of Warcraft. And when I got into World of Warcraft, one of the things that I loved was the Wizard's Tower event in Legion. Legion did the Wizard's Tower where you basically, it's like you had to fight like a incredibly difficult boss, and if you beat that boss, then you were rewarded with a specific achievement or a specific achievement, and then you get a customization for your weapon. Doesn't make you any more powerful, but it's kind of like a show of this is what I did, and look how difficult this was. Like, to me, those type of things, I am 100% for. Newish player here, currently making my way through Living World Season 2, loving every second. Super excited to get in Heart of Thorns and get my elite specs. Heck yeah, heck yeah. All right, Sean, what class are you playing? What class did you start? You start Elementalist, like I told you to. I didn't tell you shit. Imagine that. I had the Lion, the Witch, and the audacity to be like, you should play Elementalist as your first class. I don't hate you. I don't hate you. I would not do that. Oh, okay. I'm burning. What the hell? I just killed this dude. Nah, different map. It's Dragon Stand. Did this go? Remember seeing your channel a long time ago. Glad to see you again with the hype around the third game. I've been pretty much all around Guild Wars 2. Okay, yep. We're moving. Let's do Southern. I love Dragon Stand. This is one of my favorite maps. Oh, skadoosh. Okay, we're good. I've been around for Guild Wars 2 for quite a while now. I think I got into it 6 or 7 months into into my YouTube. Actually, my channel is 5 years old as of May 5th, which I think is funny, is that it's Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, as of that time, like, I think the majority of my content is oriented around that of Guild Wars 2. Now, I've expanded. I've tried different things and gone back and forth, just trying to figure out what fits me. And I'll tell you what I actually really like. I actually really like doing my dad reviews. I really think that hits like a certain way that people actually like. I don't know, like, I want to make this channel more oriented around dads, if I'm not mistaken, or if I'm not lying to you guys. It was cool. I was an alcoholic. Went to try it and do all the characters I could. See, and that kind of stuff where it's like, it doesn't make you more powerful. It doesn't make you more stronger than anyone else. But it's like, you get an achievement. All right, end poll. Where are we at? 35 votes. Open world. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm like, I don't know. It's just like, I like the idea that you just get an achievement for working really hard on something, or something that's very difficult, and you did it. Like, you beat this really difficult boss, you beat this really difficult instance, like that kind of stuff. I'm just like, come on now, like, we need more of that stuff. Deadeye for open world, although I love dagger pistol for PvP. Deadeye, nice. Deadeye is always a fun choice. I think that was the whole reason I even went or I made a Sylvari Thief. That, and then it's just like, I played through Heart of Thorns as a Sylvari, and for 10 for 10 would recommend. It makes the story a heck of a lot more meaningful, I guess is the best way to put it. It was a very good experience. Want the title? That's some quality armor. Isn't that where you have to go and get all of those? Like, you have to get all the quality armors, like unlock all of them. How do you get that one bar? Quick question. Which one is your favorite heavy armor class to use? Personally, I would say Guardian. I made a Guardian specifically because I like the idea of the firebrand. That was like, that sold it for me. But if I had to like go back and do it a little bit different, I would say Revenant would probably be my second option. Ow, 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 ow. I require assistance. If you're new to the game, play Elementalist. Trust the Caffeinated. Nothing bad will happen if you play Elementalist. Don't do it. I'm lying to you. That's a lot of damage. Smack. There we go. I went to get all the, always choose Savari. Oh, hey. Nice, we got all three. How did I only get bronze for that? It's cheap. I want to get all the flying mounts so bad, but I don't want to rush the DLC. Also playing as Savari so good to know for Heart of Thorns. It gives you some, and any of the Final Fantasy crew that's here will know, it gives you a unique interaction, right? Also, Sean, by the way, if you have not seen this aspect, if you're watching the stream and you don't want to avoid a boss spoiler, I mean, it's not a story spoiler, but it's a boss spoiler and it's a big deal. I do keep that in mind. If not, I mean, it's a really cool boss fight and I think you'll like it, but just for your reference, buddy. I want to get flying mounts so bad, but I don't want to rush DLC. The DLC is it's worth kind of taking your time. Like, I think you're doing it right and just taking your time through it, because a lot of the times it's just like rush, get to the end, you know, beat all the content, get all the cool stuff, unlock it, and it's like you lose some of it in that aspect. Truth be told. Oh, there he is. He's okay, cool. It's not like I'm just totally standing here waiting for you. Gotta have fast hands. Why is it whenever I pop cooldowns? God, you hate me. Elementalist was your first class and you love it? Nice. My very first class was actually Ranger. And I played Ranger because I chose Ranger because I played Ranger in Guild Wars Reforged or Guild Wars 1. That was my very first class that I ever tried and absolutely loved. Absolutely loved it. Had a wonderful time. One of those like just really cool experiences that it's like I was hoping to find the same in Guild Wars 2 when I tried it. I didn't, but I found a different experience and it was just as great. I had the warrior and then I had the warrior and then I think I made guardian, then thief, and then elementalist. I think in that order. Did I just leave that? I did. Bum bum bum. I did nothing. And scooping up all that experience. giant worm boss. I remember the first time seeing this, and I was like, this is wild. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. He's gonna bite the island. He's hungry. Come on, you big bitch. I guarantee it, I'm going to pop this cooldown, and he's going to leave. Oh, that was a 33 hit. No, 33k hit. Big damage. Big damage. Did he laugh at me? I didn't know that he laughed. Pain in the ass. I think one of the things that I really hope for Guild Wars 3 is that they have boss fights like that are on this kind of scale, you know? Like legitimately on this kind of scale, on this like magnitude, you know? Because I really feel like that is I feel like that's one of the aspects of like what Guild Wars 2 does really, really good is like if they have boss fights that are, well, I don't even want to say like they don't have to be super dramatic, but just like the magnitude of these boss fights are this way, like that would be cool. Like, I could see them doing something like having you... Look how he's laughing. Dude, you have like 10% HP. Like, if you have us fighting, like, the 6 gods, like, that would be cool. If they, like, say, like, one of the things that would be really, really cool is, like, say that you were going through and, like... Throughout the story, you have to fight each one of the 6 gods, like, to prove your mettle, to prove your worth to be a Veil Guardian or Veil Warden. Like, I swear to God, if I just randomly I'm talking and I guess it, like, perfect. It's gonna be wild. But I don't know, like, if there was ever an opportunity for us to, like, to see the 6 and to, oh. No, well, we only have half a platform. That's okay. Whatever. Skill captured system. Yes! Oh my god, that was one of my favorite aspects of Guild Wars Reforged. I loved Signative Capture. I loved skill hiding, or skill hunting. Come on. I've made whole videos on it. I've talked about it, like, of just how cool it is, how cool the system that is. Like, really, guys, it's a Axemaster and he's spinning to winning. Like, come on, guys. Like, that's that kind of stuff that I really think would, like, that's what I want. I want that kind of stuff. Come on, get him up, get him up, get him up. Excited for Corteria? Oh, absolutely. They get the Corteria rework and with a new free map. It's like... that right there to me is going to get a lot of players back into Guild Wars, and it's going to kind of like get them to try it out again, try out Guild Wars 2 from the start. Like that's cool. Oh, I thought I had that one. Ow, 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 yo dog. Can I not be in combat yet? Thank you. Oh, he's all the way over there. Yeah. Damn it. I mistimed that. Fight at Guild Wars and Guild Wars. That like that's one of the bigger problems that I feel like a lot of people have had with I mean, like, yeah, you have like World v World, but I don't know necessarily if that was implemented to its best capabilities as far as an actual standing guild versus guild kind of like style. Like we were talking about it earlier, like it would be really cool if they did something like how they did in factions, where it was like the Kurziks versus the Luxons, and then like, you know, you were out on the Jade Sea, and then you're in the Echoed Vault Forest, and you're like fighting to wrest control over these spots. Like those kind of things were great. Those kind of things I would be 100% for. Or something along those lines. Now, I know they teased it. They teased a lot of stuff, truth be told. I mean, they sent... Where's my damn... Oh, my picture's hanging up behind me. Never mind, my picture fell down. But the picture for... what's it? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's right here. Hello. What's it? Like the picture that they're so good at just kind of like, yeah, it'll be something. It'll be something. Don't you worry. Like it will be something. You should just be patient and like not jump the gun. And it's like, and it's so hard not to jump the gun and to be like, oh, what is this? What's this going to be? I really hope it's this. I really hope it's that. Like, come on, just die, you chunker bunker. Got him. It's I know that they're not really going to tell us anything. They don't tell us definitely anything as ANET partners. They'll just tell us with like, hey, keeping a heads up for this coming up, you know? I'm waiting for the expansion bundle. Oh, Kits, did you miss the sale that they just had? Pretty sure that they like they had, yeah, they had a sale for like just about all the content. Maybe not the triple expansion, the one that you're talking about, the expansion bundle. Usually at some point over the summer they do an expansion bundle sale like that. I think so. Deck building, build crafting. I mean, it's all kind of the same. When I did that interview with the ArenaNet developers, they said basically the same thing of that it's like, yep, it is almost 100% like deck building. Like we give you more tools at your disposal and you can play your way. Yeah, better give me that 200%. Did I already get it? I guess I did. I got 3 machetes. Now to do Loot Wars 2. No. Just open. Leyline Spark. I have 129. I have 2 of those. These are probably going to be the most expensive. I could do more of, what's it? More stuff in, is that Stardust? That is Stardust. I could do more stuff in, Tangled Depths to get the Leyline Sparks. Ugh, Leyline Sparks. Ugh. With the side of, ugh. You tell me, Guild Wars, I want to see player-made guilds fighting player-made towns. Like, I don't know if they would go into that much depth as far as being able to fight player-made towns versus player-made, like, armies and stuff like that. But I could definitely see them doing, like, wide open capture points and stuff like that. Like, that I could definitely see. Give me some machetes. I need some machetes. I feel that way. Oh. You said something earlier, I can't remember, but my response was happy wife, happy life. Yeah, my wife had a spider crawling across the ceiling, and she did not like it. She did not like it one bit, and she was like, I know you're streaming, and I really want to support you, but I cannot have this thing, this critter crawling across my roof while you're just, like, right over here. And I was like, no, I got you. Like that. I don't, happy to help. I don't blame her. It's like, imagine trying to go to sleep and you know that there's a spider crawling around. Okay, thank you for grabbing a cup. Where is that popping up? Where is my alerts popping up? New events. This needs to move, like, right there. There we go. Actually, historical canon events that are insanely damaging across age, and every game is set well after the events of that story. And maybe that's where they'll go, is like they'll start right as the gods are starting to have those issues, and it's like, and then somehow roll into the guild wars, you know? I could see that. I would love to do that. I need more crystalline ore is what I need. I think I need 500 of those as well. Well, good news is I got like half of my ley line gliding. Anyway, I need to get some more masteries. Let's go. Is that equal? Yeah, let's go this one. Cavalian. Do I think we'll get class trees or skill trees instead of classes? Class identity has been around the Guild Wars franchise for a long time, and I can't necessarily see them going against it. It's not to say that they wouldn't do something like that. It's not to say that that wouldn't be a possibility, of course. But I'm also of the mindset that it has been, I mean, like, if you look at the class customization, let me put it this way. Guild Wars Reforged, Guild Wars 1, however you wish to call it. The idea of dual classing, like picking 2 different classes and being able to go off of that's pretty cool. Like, that offers a lot of capability for your character and a lot of capability for like what kind of builds that you want to play. So I can't see them doing like crazy amounts of changes in that regard. As far as going for like a kind of like a classless system, and then like, you know, you just pick your skill tree and go from there. I can't see them doing that. I think they'll keep the classes, but I like, my hot take is that they will offer dual classing. Like, you'll be able to pick up 2 different classes at the same time and be able to use them both. Like, that's my hot take right there. You just grow on based on the size of your guild and how long it lasts, supply routes, and make it into the base. I mean, yeah, like, I mean, I'm not saying like the idea of building up a base is a bad idea. Like, I think it would be great. similar to how they do World v World with the supply lines. Like they make them bigger, badder, and stronger and stuff like that. And it's like they're more defensible, I guess is the best way to put it. But it's like pure size and like capabilities. It would be interesting. It would be interesting to see how they plan on doing it. I'm of the mindset that that would be tough for them to balance appropriately. But I don't know. I'm still like, let's fight. Let's do the actual guild fighting. Guild versus guild. We have the war of the guilds. Like, come on, guys. Get in there. Oh, wait, did I just double click that? I did. Hope they don't get rid of class identity. I love Necromancers, and Guild Wars always did a great job with the class. I really want to see what they do next. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of what I mean. It's like you have your base class, of course, but then I don't even know if I have any of these. Sure. Let's see if we can't make some. I did not have that one. Yeah, there we go. I think that if they do anything with the classes, I really hope that it'll be along the lines of like Guild Wars Reforged, where it's like you pick your base class and then you have we'll say like a specific, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a predisposition for, where's the last barricade need to be built? It needs to be built over there. Like they have a predisposition for something. For like Guild Wars Reforged, the Necromancer had soul reaping as its like its unique aspect, its class specific aspect, right? Like Mesmers had quick casting. What's it? Rangers had, I think Rangers had expertise, if I'm not mistaken. Like things like that, I think would be really cool. But then you have the option to like dual class and then be like, okay, well, I want to pick up from, you know, like I want to pick up a warrior and it'd be like a necro warrior kind of thing, you know, like something like that, right? Leyline Spark. Guess I missed that. I think that they'll keep that. Their class, they have very strong class identity. I doubt that they would change it drastically. Why not have both? Having a class with a skill tree, I would love that. One of the things that I've always loved, or I always loved about World of Warcraft was the old-fashioned skill tree up until I think it was like they got rid of it in Mist of Pandaria, where it was like you earned a level and then you got a skill point and then you can put the skill point into something and it makes it like, you know, like, oh, okay, you have this unique build. Having that kind of build crafting was always like my favorite aspect, and I would love to see them do that kind of thing right now. Like to do something along the lines where, oh, I stood right in that. Fireball casting, like, yeah, like that kind of stuff. It like, where's the check go? Oh, it's over there. See, that's a hot take. See, that's a really hot take with the idea of the Holy Trinity. Like, out of all the hot takes that we've talked about tonight, like that's got to be one that I'm probably gonna die. Because it's like, on one hand, I completely agree. Like, I would love to see the Holy Trinity. I would love to see like classes being able to do what they need to and be able to what's it, like one tank, one DPS, one heal. And it's like, Yes, but I also feel like that would cause, I feel like that could cause a lot more problems. I feel like that really could, because Guild Wars 2 kind of thrives on just like nearby support. Now, if they opened up the option of like carrying boons the way that like Guild Wars 2 does, like that is one thing. And then you have like specific skills that like you activate and it makes it stronger. And you know, for Guild Wars Reforged, like you have a ritualist and they cast like Splinter Weapon, you know, like something like that, you might be on to something. But it's like, I don't know, like that's one of those things that I feel like the community's pretty divided. I'm just saying. No, I wasn't paying attention. Can I kill this guy? I'm okay. Rather than large group. And you know what? They may have aspects of each class where they do something that makes them a little bit, we'll say, better at like tanking, or a little bit better at DPSing, or a little bit better at I mean, like, the sky's the limit, really. That little damn bug. As far as like what they plan on doing, because I honestly, I don't know. I'm torn. Personally, I love the idea, but then I'd also know that it loses a lot of its flexibility and just kind of like pick up and play capability if we don't have, or if we do have a Holy Trinity.
That looks valuable.
Rift had the best talent tree. You know what's funny is I never actually played Rift. Never touched it. Where's the last one? Oh, there's the last one. Was it no fucking dice and a pencil? I think staying up right now, it's damn near 11 o'clock. I think it's up a little bit past your bedtime, buddy. Sorry. Ow, ow, ow. If you're telling us that, buddy, you're in the right place. Where this is the like, this is the dad channel. I think if they have elements of it, like, they could do more than what they've done in Guild Wars 2. Let me put it that way. Like, just the idea of just having support and DPS, like, that's it. Like, I feel like there's more that they could do. No, no, no. Small group play thing. Well, and that's maybe that's the thing, is that like they'll have an emphasis on small group play, but it's like you'll be able to have like specific lined up classes, like that there is actually the Holy Trinity for Guild Wars 3. About that comment. I guess my thing is that no matter which direction they end up going, like which direction they end up going as far as what like if they do Holy Trinity, there's going to be people who complain that there is, where the hell is this event? Oh, okay, well, that's way the hell over there. Like, no matter what they do, if they do the Holy Trinity, then people are going to complain that it's like, you know, it's too much like WoW. And then if they don't, they're going to be like, well, it's not as modern as, you know, like WoW. It's like, no matter what you do, you're wrong. Like, that is, and truth be told, I give all the credit in the world for people who actually make video games and all that. All I do is just sit behind a computer screen and talk about them. It's really easy for me. Like, I don't have a whole lot to worry about. Like, you have people who are, like, I mean, dedicated to the game. Dedicated to... Get off my resonator. Dedicated to the Guild Wars 2 universe. And it's like, and now you're playing with their future, and they're like, I don't know. gotta be stressful. It's gotta be stressful being a game dev. Can I not repair it? Guess I can't. Yeah, we complain anyway. Yeah. Guild Wars 2 has so many stacked boons. Yes. The stacked boons, I'm not necessarily a fan of. Like, that's way too much. What? You guys got me out here facing elites? Hello? $20K hit. Here comes the big damage. Look, you ready? 5Ks. I don't know what's hitting me. Easy money. That there will be strikes and raids and will be 10 players. He assumes the entire game. Yeah, again, I think that's also kind of like the sentiment. It's like right now, guys, we have next to nothing in as far as information and what's already been blasted. Like, it's going to be probably a while before we have anything that is substantial. Next 15 years. You might be right. Like, this might be one of those games that, like, franchise that you play, like, your entire life. Like, I played Guild Wars 1. I played the hell out of Guild Wars 1 and then even Factions. I never played Nightfall growing up, but I played those two games like a ridiculous amount. And it's like, and at this rate, it looks like I'm going to be playing Guild Wars 3 into my adulthood. So. Cannon. Dude, I've played Guild Wars 1 since launch. Yeah, buddy. Hell yeah. It's a good feeling. Nostalgic for Guild Wars 1 and that hurts your perception. Yeah, but I don't know. I see a lot of comments about that. Like, oh, well, you're letting your nostalgia blind you as far as like how good the game actually was or was not. And it's like, yeah, but it's also, it's like, if I wanted to have an objective opinion about a game, like, you're not a game reviewer, right? Like, you're not, like, that isn't your, I don't even call myself a full-time game reviewer. Like, yeah, I have a little bit of a bias towards certain games, and I'd be lying to you if I didn't. But it's also kind of like, for the average Joe who just enjoys the game as a kid, and it's like, yeah, you know what? You can be a little biased about a game that you really enjoyed as a kid. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, get him. There's nothing wrong with that. It ain't your full-time job. Tried all the Eastern MMOs, sick of playing though when Guild Wars 2, 3 gives me hope again. And the fact that they completely called out like all of other MMOs is just perfect. About the nostalgia, just trying to invalidate the fact that most games are subjective. Yes. Yes. 100%. People use nostalgia a little bit too aggressively, in my opinion. They use it for everything, and it's like, oh, it's so nostalgic, and it's stuff, and it's like, yeah, and that's not necessarily a bad thing to have nostalgia about a video game, but you also have to understand that you, like, there are some ways that you can look at your video games and look at the video games that you play. Oh, I thought I timed that right. And have an objective opinion that is like, you know, like, okay, for example, Guild Wars Reforged. Love the game. I have a lot of nostalgia before it because I played it a lot as a kid. I can objectively say that one of its like kind of worst aspects is especially when you are having the new player experience and you're going through and you're just figuring out the game, especially for Factions. Factions was the one that I had the worst time with. It is, in my opinion, too rough. It is way too rough. It is not friendly for a new player experience. Now, having said that, I also kind of view it in the same way that I kind of view like Dark Souls games. It's like, get good, scrub. Like just figure out the game. That's what you got to do. And eventually you will. Damn dog, why are you over here dying? Come here. Nope, I'm gonna die too. It's one of those things that no matter what you do, people, I feel like, they can't just enjoy games just to enjoy games anymore. Like, that's what's worst. That's the worst aspect. I can't seem to sell anything. Trading is way too hard. Ow. Come on, dude. You can die. Zap. Hey, Josh, good to see you. I've returned. A kid. I was 30 in 2005. Yeah. Like I don't want to call you out. Like I was a kid. I was a kid at that point. Like I'm not trying to call you out, but I know that there's also people who are older than me. That is definitely a thing. My worst aspect is that I can't seem to sell anything. I got stuck on factions way back then, but I also didn't have a lot of people who played with. So the henchmen were not great in factions. Absolutely not. The henchmen in factions were passable at best. Is how I will word it. Oh, she's a tempest. Oh, get him. Oh, get him. Zap. I led a group today for Serious CM and had new players in the group and cleared it in about an hour. Nice! Ow. That's an achievement in and of itself. Ah, snipers. Oh, I'm living on a prayer right now. Back then, they didn't have those newfangled heroes. Made everything easier. Nope. I was gonna say that's actually what my one of my Guild Wars Reforged videos is like. I went through all of prophecies in under 20 hours, and all I could use was what's it, henchman. Didn't die. Like that was an interesting achievement. That was difficult. Okay, yes, we got it. Maintaining their position. No Gen Xers. Back then didn't have heroes. Welcome back, Josh. Good to have you here. Did you know I can play Guild Wars Reforged mobile? I did not know that. I thought it didn't come out until the 25th. Am I wrong on that? I may be wrong on that. Now, overall, like, I mean, if I'm looking at Guild Wars 3 and all the aspects of the game that are coming up, like, there's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot that I'm just like, Like, it is a hell of a time to be a fan of the Guild Wars franchise. It's a hell of a time to be someone who enjoys these games and just enjoys MMOs in general. Like, and I'm not just saying we haven't seen a lick of gameplay. Let's be honest. We haven't seen anything that would give us more than what we have already seen. Right? Available in Canada. I may be wrong. I may be wrong on that. I thought that we still had some time before that was released. But overall, I mean, like right now, ArenaNet hasn't given us any reason not to doubt that they can't deliver on what they've been kind of like talking about and promising, you know? Like, I know that other, we'll say, games, and not just MMOs, but just games in general, have come out recently, and it's been like a whole bunch of talk, and then like, there's like no delivery whatsoever. So it's like, it's caused me to even be hesitant, even though ArenaNet has definitely earned my trust as of right now, you know? The hype shows the hunger for a new MMO, and people trust ArenaNet. Yep. That is it. That is it to a perfect degree. Is like, ArenaNet has obviously earned our trust, and they are like, you know what? We're gonna be the ones that take a giant leap forward, and we'll see what happens. We'll see where we go, and we'll see what we're doing. So I'm of the mindset, but I just think that no matter what they do, I think it would just be overall good for the ecosystem. It would be good for all MMO players. I'm on the page of that 100%. But it would be made good, if not great. And that right there is honestly all we need. It doesn't need to be perfect. It does not need to be perfect, but it does need to be real. It does need to be like something that they were able to put together on their own engine, on their own time, and we'll go from there. So Cav has me playing Lord of the Rings Online. Lord of the Rings Online is a lot of fun. That's a very casual game. I mean, it's enjoyable. Like, it's very enjoyable if you just like to go and relax and have a good time and not really think about much. You just kind of float around in Tolkien's universe. It's great. Two other companies that have been doing MMOs as long or as longer than Blizzard. Jagex with RuneScape and ArenaNet with Guild Wars. Yeah. What's it? RuneScape? Isn't RuneScape up on to like expansion 25? Like, it's something wild. Like, what can we expect, Dad? We can expect awesome. I'm of the mindset, and I'm right there with you. Guys, it is towards the end of the stream. It is 11 o'clock. I'm trying to get back into the mindset of streaming for just about like a good 2-hour window. And the main reason for that is that here in about 2 months, I'm going to have an extra edition, and I can't be staying up super duper late. And I'm kind of keeping that in mindset as I'm going through here. But I do have my June stream schedule set up. It is just posted to the community. Next week, I'm going to be knocking out, I have some Path of Exile 2 stuff that I want to keep doing, mainly because I have more to talk about for that game and its update for 0.5. I think I have like 2 or 3 streams of that, and then at the end of the month, I'll be trying Dune Awakening for the very first time. I'm excited. I got a lot of stuff going on. I got some more Guild Wars 2 videos cooking on the background, so it should be good. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Back for the first inaugural stream. Make sure that you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, keep up with all the updates, and you know what? Just have fun, guys. It's really not that hard. Just go out there, have a good time playing some video games. That's what we're here for, right? As always, stay caffeinated, folks.